hot.
Okay, we have now come out of executive session and everyone is back in, so we're good to go. Tim is back. We will give an opportunity for public to speak, but before we get started, I want to let you know there's a few rules. You address us and you get 3 minutes in which to speak. No screaming, hollering, that type of thing. If I feel like it's getting out of hand, I'll rack my gavel once. If I rack it twice, you'll be escorted out of the room. So, all right.
Can I make a comment? I mean, what is it we're supposed to be speaking about? Because we don't know what you discussed, nor what ordinance you may be considering.
Okay. I will allow our attorney for the insurance to make a statement in regards to what we discussed.
As far as the general terms?
Yes.
Okay. The proposition that is before the village council for consideration is a potential settlement agreement to resolve the lawsuit that was filed by Lake Region. It is basically, they're willing to settle the lawsuit for a reinstatement of the conditional use permit. They have agreed that the terms of that conditional use permit would be binding on anybody else that may buy the property from them in the future. They will pay their own attorney's fees. I believe that would cover, there would be no money judgment involved with it.
So what you're saying is that the developers are gonna allow the sand and gravel, and not legalese, but lay people's terms. You guys are allowing the sand and gravel, is that what you're saying? I'm just trying to interpret your way you said.
Exactly. I didn't quite understand either what you
Sand and
meant.
gravel
Sure.
operation.
By dropping the lawsuit.
It would,
Unbelievable.
well, no dissent. Well,
Okay, go
I
ahead,
guess
go
this
ahead.
is beyond, I was just, this is beyond kind of what I was asked, but, I mean, no votes have been taken, but that's the proposition that's on the table. That's what's being considered.
The proposition is that,
Right, that they would, that the sand and gravel would be permitted to operate on the terms that were previously approved by the village, the permit that was granted by the zoning appeal.
is that legal?
No, we're not getting into questions like that.
That's unbelievable.
Okay.
I beg your pardon?
Unbelievable.
No, I didn't hear what
The
you
voters
said.
voted, and
I
now
said
you
we're
guys
not
are
gonna,
saying
okay.
I'm sorry?
You all
I
have 3
guess-
minutes when it's your turn. Please
We're not
do
gonna what?
Be disruptive and talk out of turn. That's very
Yeah.
disrespectful, okay, please.
What did you say?
I said we're not going to answer those questions right now.
Right now? Or anytime?
The voters voted.
Anytime. I'm just asking for
Listen.
clarification,
Okay,
that's
now we're
all.
getting ready to go. Here we go. I have Bill Booth first, because Juanita and Robert did not make acknowledgement that they wanted to speak. Would you wish to speak? You were first on the list.
I don't know, but I will say that it's very frustrating. I think had I really known more, I may have wanted to. Very frustrating. In fact, one of the most frustrating situations in my lifetime. I don't understand it because we voted and a majority didn't want it. So how do you do that when you're representing the people? I guess I've spoken.
Okay. Bill?
I would ditto that. I mean, we all probably have that question. And I would ask perhaps maybe you as well, as council people, had that same question? Yes? Did you get a satisfactory answer?
Yeah.
Can you tell us how that might work?
Well, I think one of the things, after reviewing the lawsuits for $5 million, that's the bottom line. So unfortunately, we don't have the insurances to cover that. So it not only would, if you tally up all the properties and everything the village developer actually owns, it won't hardly do it.
So you lost the lawsuit?
No, if we would continue on, we've got this offered to us. I think they're being pretty realistic as far as, we're not taking on any of their attorney fees, and we're covering ours, and stuff that's covered under the insurances, as far as our attorney here. But I think one of the things we're looking at is, as we take this deeper, this, of course, can change. This is the offer on the table now. The next offer may not be as good, and the next offer after that may get worse if we continue to, fight it. And the other concern is we're going to run out of money to fight it. We have about, well, as I understand, not as not as much money as we thought we would have to be able to keep this up. So anyway, to make a long story short, if we dissolve Bolivar, okay, this will fall down on the taxpayers, that this bill's gonna get paid if we lost at the worst, at the very worst. And I don't desire to pay for that. When you got 1,000 houses. So,
Okay.
I'm still, my time, I still have my time, right?
Yes,
Yes? So I'm still talking?
yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you for that, I really appreciate it. But I guess I don't understand, what is it that they are offering? Not to sue us?
yes.
They're offering not to sue us. So, okay, so that's all we get, is that they're not gonna sue us. Right. Now, I would ask, again, that you seriously consider passing this ordinance as a regular ordinance rather than suspending the rules and passing it as an emergency. First of all, I cannot see why this should be an emergency. Perhaps you can explain that, and you will do so.
I'd be happy to.
You can take my time.
We don't allow
We
that.
can't transfer time.
I can answer that question. The court has imposed a 30-day time limit on our ability to make a decision on this settlement agreement. So if that 30 days lapses, this settlement agreement becomes null and void. And the plaintiff can then decide to revoke it entirely and proceed to trial. They could decide to issue a different settlement agreement, but that's just a chance that may or may not happen. But we have 30 days, and we won't be able to have 3 readings within 30 days.
Well, you can have a reading, all you have to have is 3 readings. They have to be on 3 separate days.
Okay.
So that you can definitely have those readings. And it provides the electorate of this village an opportunity to hear this sort of a discussion, right?
Magistrate suggested,
Pardon?
the magistrate at the mediation said this needs to be done by emergency. Whether we approve it or disapprove it needs to be done by emergency.
Why?
And that is what the magistrate said. I'm not saying that.
The
So,
magistrate has
the magistrate
has dictated to a legislative body how they must vote. I beg your
It
pardon?
was strongly suggested.
Suggested, that's fine, that's fine.
The magistrate said you must pass this as an emergency.
I'm not going to get into it.
Okay, your
Well,
time.
I'm sorry, you just said that.
I know,
I gave you some
all right, but your
information,
time is
and I'm
up.
No, wait a minute. My time, I've only had a minute and a half. I have spoken a minute and a half. I'm sorry. You can't take all the time that I've asked a question they're responding as my time, can you?
Go ahead, Bill.
Thank you.
Take the rest of your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Again, I see no reason at all why this should be an emergency. And I don't believe that the court can dictate to a legislative body how they must rule on a legislative issue. There is separation of, we have different divisions of government and they are clearly separated. And I don't see how you can say that the judge said you have to do this. Now, what is, and then I'm done, what is the legal premise for overruling the ballot initiative that was passed recently on this issue? Was that explained to you folks? And can you explain it to us?
Robert made a lot of headway on explaining.
They're alleging a takings claim, that basically the initiative took away National Materials' right for what they purchased the property for, that the government with the initiative took that right away. And so therefore, the government of Bolivar violated their rights.
But that's
We're asking what you guys believe.
That's not
Why
what
you
we-
believe
that,
it's
that hasn't been proven
override
in
voters.
court. And you can't, can you say, okay, yes, you're right, and then do what you're going to do based on the premise that they contend that their rights were taken away, although it hasn't been proven in court?
There's never been a case like this that I know of that's ever went to trial and won, right? Exactly.
Is your question, let me see if maybe this will help, I think the question is getting confused. Is your question, do we have the legal authority to pass something which overrides the initiative?
I'm asking,
Is
what
that
is the
question-
legal authority to do so?
There doesn't even need to be a lawsuit. If council wanted to pass a law that overrode the other one, then yes, that is something to pass.
To pass a law to override voters?
You
That's
pass-
the rule?
Yes, it is. I don't have the case law in front of me, but yes, I can assure you.
Thank you.
Okay, Kay?
I think most of us feel the last year of our lives have been wasted with campaigning, with accusations, with all kinds of turmoil in our community. I don't think anyone wants that to go forward. I think that you guys know what the public wants, and you need to do it. And I think Wenger has told us over and over and over and over, he wants to be a good neighbor. Okay, this is not being a good neighbor, and if he gets permitted, it's only the beginning of not being a good neighbor. He has a piece of land out there that is very valuable. He does not need to be suing our community when he has plenty of money and a good piece of land. And this is wrong, and if you guys pass this, it is only the beginning of a bad relationship that's going to take our village right down. I want to buy a house. I looked at 2 up there on Depot. I'm not going to buy it. You know why? Because of this. Our property values are going to go down. You are doing a disservice to our community, and please convey to Mr. Wenger, this is not being a good neighbor. He's got a beautiful piece of land. Let him take it and do something else with it, not sue the citizens of the village. And I would question whether he bought that land fully understanding that he could put sand and gravel mining in. Because I do not believe the ordinance was in place at that time. So when he says I'm suing because I was told I could put sand and gravel mining in, I don't believe that's the truth. Thank you.
Michelle?
No.
Linda?
No,
Can I have your time?
she said you can't.
You said we can't take our time.
So it's your time to speak,
Okay.
David.
My time?
Yes.
Council, there is a proposition before you that you can do. You can just take a little bit of time here, you can check with your attorney and see if you guys have missed anything dealing with your agreement with Mass Material. This council prior to you, hit every point. They did everything needed to be done to make this happen. And Mary, you know that's true. Everything they asked for, you guys did. You guys did do one thing that you was not asked to do. In fact, you went above and beyond. I mean, you even campaigned for them in the vote. You know, so everything that was done here was done according to contract. You guys didn't break one item in that contract. Not one item did you break in that contract. If you went to court, they would have to prove that this council violated the contract you had with them. This council did not do that. This body of authority here did not break one agreement with Mass Material. In fact, you went above and beyond what you need to do. This council would say, you can believe that the justice system would work. If you went to court, you can believe the justice system would look at this council and say, you guys did everything it took to do to make Mass Material be operating in this community. You did everything. They would have to prove that you did. They couldn't do that. They could not do that. Us citizens made a decision that we wanted to see this stay agricultural. We didn't want to take their land. They're making money off that land right now. They're planting crops out there. They're making money. They're not losing the cent on the property they have. Everything's under grain out there. Everything they're making money. They're not losing any money. They would do what any farmer would do. They're not losing any money. So it's not like they're losing money. They bought property. They're not losing money. So the idea here, they have valuable property that is farmland, which is farmland is needed. We need farmland. So this council has not done one thing. I would go to court. I would talk to my attorney first, but I would go to court and say, hey, we honored our end of this deal. We didn't break any commitments. I would go tonight. I would sit and I'd talk to council and say, council, can you tell us that we are in violation of this contract? And I'll tell you what, they can't do it. You guys honored your contract with Winger and with Master Material. You did it. You did it. You didn't break it. You did it. So I'm saying just back off. Take a little time to consider. You don't have to vote tonight. You don't have to vote tonight. Take a little time and think about this. Pray about it, think about it, and talk about it. You don't have to vote tonight.
Actually, we do, and let me clarify that why. An ordinance that is passed by regular rules is effective 30 days from the date of passage. This needs to be finalized 30 days from the date of mediation. cannot pass it with 3 readings because it will not be passed 30 days from the date of mediation.
Julian, let me ask you a question. Did the magistrate or the judge say, I want you guys to do this, I want you to talk
They
about
said it
this?
needs to be done within 30 days from the
All right,
date
you
of
can have
this
3 separate
meeting.
readings and 3 separate days, and that satisfies the
We're
rules.
already outside that. If it didn't take effect from 30 days to today, we would still be outside that deadline.
So your justification.
So it's too late.
No, it's not too late, because if you pass it by emergency, it takes effect immediately.
Oh,
So
that's
you
not fair.
pass
So your
That's not fair.
justification-
Again, that's not fair.
That's not
So
fair,
your
and that's not fair.
justification for passing
Joey had,
this
you know, the
away
deck has always been
is
stacked. The deck has always been stacked, because you always have to do
Listen, that's enough.
what isn't best for the community, but is best for the little guy.
I don't want to hit this again.
Well, go ahead and do it.
Why do you want me to hit it again for?
Don't make me hurt you. No, you don't have to do that to
Okay,
me.
well-
You don't have to do that to me.
Whoa, I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying that we're getting out of hand. All I hear is a bunch of people talking right now, and
I
I'm
have a
trying to
And I'm still a
understand.
threat. I have a problem with that.
You
I'm
have-
sorry.
Yeah.
You have a problem with what?
You just said, don't make me.
No, I'm saying that's what she's saying.
You didn't
Don't
say-
make me hurt you, don't make me hurt you, I'm gonna hit the...
No, he did not say that. Fairness creating problems.
I'm saying what she did. I'm gonna put this down, like, don't make me hurt you.
That's he's saying, that's what she said.
All right, that's it.
It's time to go.
Sorry, time to leave, everyone.
Oh, everyone has to leave?
What?
Come on, it's time.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
I mean, I don't know what you're wanting.
The public has
You
to
had
leave.
time to speak. I
Okay,
gave you
that's it, we leave and then you vote, and
Okay,
that's a valid
look,
vote.
Michelle,
You should leave, I'll leave.
you're out of.
Everyone should leave then.
Not
You
everyone
can't
has
vote
to
without the
leave.
public.
Not everyone has to leave.
You can't vote without the public.
There have been
You
some-
can't ask us to leave and then do a vote.
You can't, everyone should leave. She said leave.
That's
They can't
not
vote.
what she said.
Everyone should leave like she said.
Let's go.
They can't vote without the public here.
Yes, we can.
No, you, oh,
Really?
you can? You asked us to leave.
She told us to leave.
Listen, the ones that are
Leave,
out,
everyone should leave.
Only the ones out
the
of
ones out of order should have to
Only
leave.
the ones out of
Okay, you don't need to leave.
You're not giving.
None of you need to leave. The only people that need to leave is Bill, because that was a threat.
No, it wasn't. He
I beg
was
your pardon, that was not a threat. She
Michelle,
threatened me with gravel. Don't make me do this.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are you saying?
What are you trying to do?
He was saying when you pound the gravel and you say, don't make me hurt
But that's
you,
not
don't
what
let
he
me
said.
get at
But that's not what I'm saying.
But that's,
That's why he took it, just
Mayor
like she took it
Hubble,
as a.
that's the way,
You held it up here and said, don't make me do this.
that's what we
Hit the gravel
feel.
again.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't want to hit it again.
I understand that.
Yeah, you're causing problems, is what you're doing.
That's what we had.
You're not even a village council member, and you're causing, everyone should leave. They can't vote.
If there's a violation, it's
I don't know
gonna
if
happen.
they're-
If you still want to take, you have a minute and a half left, you may
Okay,
speak.
I would like-
But I do ask that the ones that were disorderly, that they leave.
Would you name who it is that you want to leave? Bill?
And Michelle.
Should we leave?
You
Yeah,
would
it's-
say
yeah.
for a fact,
Hey, you were not disorderly, you don't have to
He
stay.
said- He says he's taking this out.
Mayor,
Everyone?
No, you're saying.
Who's saying?
I don't know who's saying who's leaving.
Michelle,
You said everyone. You said everyone.
I heard you
and
say
now it's
everyone
just
must
us.
leave.
So now it's just us, but it was everyone before, so who is it?
Everyone that was allowed.
No, we're not talking to you, we're talking to the mayor.
She just said.
She said everyone should leave, so should everyone, even the police officers confused.
Well, I'll tell you right now, to make it clear, so that we're.
I know
all
I'm
clear.
leaving, I know that already, so that's not an
Michelle
issue.
is leaving and Bill is leaving.
What did Bill do wrong?
Okay, you're welcome.
What did Bill do wrong?
Doesn't matter, let's go. Come on. Mayor, what's the
You have to, you can
Bill
stay if
did
you
not
like.
in any way.
You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave.
But
You do not have to leave.
Could you turn the camera
Julian,
off?
I'm insulted that you would
I'm
say.
sorry that you feel insulted.
No, you're not sorry. You're not
And you know
sorry.
what? Just
I
for
was
the
shocked.
record, I think you're giving very bad counsel to these.
That's your opinion, okay?
Very bad counsel. And it's probably because you don't own a home here and don't drink
Neither
the
do
water.
Well, you act like a council member, you're not.
Oh, yes, I do own a home here, thank you.
Where?
You don't need to know. You can at least trust me.
I own two.
Surely you
I own
could
two.
trust me.
Okay.
You
Okay.
think I'm lying? I know, we've been accused of lying so much.
Okay,
All right, finish.
okay, question,
Yes.
my understanding was the magistrate or judge, whoever talked to you, said you need to talk to the opposing counsel, you need to come up with something. That was a suggestion by her, it was not a mandate, a suggestion.
When you
Is that right?
tell the court you have a settlement offer, the court will tell you then it needs to be acted on within 30 days. That's standard for any lawsuit. It doesn't matter that it involves a village, okay? So once we have this, the court says you need to act on this within 30 days from the date of this mediation.
Okay,
Okay.
Jillian, my understanding, acting on offer does not mean you have to agree upon it.
Right.
You need to act upon it.
Right.
That is
No,
also-
okay, well, no, it doesn't mean you have to agree. They can vote no, but they have to vote yes or no today.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
they vote yes or no today.
that magistrate made a decision, you had to make a decision within that 30-day period for this agreement.
That's true of any lawsuit. That's not just this lawsuit.
Is that on record, that I could see that later, that decision by the magistrate, can I see
It's
that?
only on the docket. It should
On
be,
the docket?
if you look online at the docket, it should say,
Okay,
judgment
that's what
entered
I'm
for
doing.
30 days.
Okay.
Does it, may I ask one more question?
Yes.
Does it specifically say they have to vote yes or no today, or they have to take action?
Yeah.
Same thing.
No, it's not the
Yes,
same
it
thing.
is.
Joe. They can take action and say, we are
Yeah,
pending
you
this.
want to
Okay.
weigh in on
They
this?
are pending, this is pending based on the collection of more information, at which time we will vote.
May I?
Sure.
I'm happy to offer whatever assistance I can here. What the judge has ordered is that a judgment entry be entered within 30 days. So what that means is that I, as the insurance company's attorney, the village's attorney through the insurance company, I would have to have authority from the village to say, yes, we agree to the terms of the settlement, and we can sign off on this, and the lawsuit can be dismissed. In order for me to do that, I have to have final action. And as Jillian had explained earlier, if we do the 3 readings, it doesn't take effect for 30 days after the 3rd reading and the final vote. I would not have authority to enter into that by the time the court says I have to have that authority.
I'm totally confused.
Sure.
The court is saying that you have to have a finalization within 30 days.
Right, the court.
The insurance company.
If you look at the docket, what it says is judgment entry to be filed within 30 days.
Well, yeah.
And in order for that to happen, I have to have the authority.
You know, I think one very prudent thing would be is that you share all those, or some of those legal documents with the public, so that we don't have to, again, have all this conflict, that we can totally understand the insurance company's difficulty, the court's dictation, and whatever else we need. So I propose that tonight, you propose what the action you take is to go forward, get the documents and share them with the public, so we can totally understand what you guys are facing, and support you if it would need it, or protest if needed. But what the problem has been, we do not understand your actions and what they are based on, because we don't have information.
Okay, do I still?
All right, no, the time is up.
How can you talk? You gave me a minute and a half, and I didn't say anything after the minute and a half.
Mayor, this is a big subject.
I did.
It's our.
Go ahead, Dick,
Okay,
go
okay,
ahead, and
okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you 30 seconds. How's
Oh my
that?
God.
Half a minute. There
I'd
you
like
go.
to ask the town's council, do you believe this council has ability to win this case? Or you say
Why
no?
are you laughing?
I think he's asking.
He's asking you the question.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I'm
there's a lot of
I don't
councils
know
in
your name.
this.
I would've
That's
thought- I
okay,
would've asked
no,
you
that's
first.
okay.